Hello, my starlit friends. Welcome back to Peryton Pillow Talk. It's Iris Velune again, and tonight I have a story to share with you. A bedtime story, something to listen to while you unwind, or drift off, or just let the day melt away. So get comfortable, pull up your blankets, find your favorite cozy position, and let's begin. Once upon a time, deep within the heart of the Velune forest, there was a little clearing where the light never truly faded. Even when the moon was hidden behind clouds, and the world slept beneath silver shadows, that clearing shimmered softly like it held a secret. And it did. In the center of the clearing stood a single lantern. It wasn't hung from a post or a tree branch. It floated just a few inches off the ground, its glass panels aglow with golden light. The lantern never went out, not even in the heaviest rains or the fiercest winds. And so travelers whispered about it, the eternal lantern. Some said it was a fallen star. Others said it marked the resting place of a spirit. But the truth was simpler and far kinder. It was tended by someone, a gentle soul known only as the Lantern Keeper. The Lantern Keeper was a small creature, half deer, half something else. She had soft antlers that shimmered faintly when she brushed past moss and moonlight, and delicate wings that stirred the air when she hummed to herself. Every evening she'd rise from her little nest of ferns, stretch, and whisper, "Good evening, Lantern. Did you miss me?" And she'd hum a quiet melody and polish its glass, careful and slow. Sometimes she'd talk to it, telling it about the forest creatures she'd seen that day. The fox cubs playing tag, or the owlets learning to fly, or the frogs who sang so loudly she couldn't nap. The lantern, of course, never answered, but it flickered just once, as if it were listening. That's the sound of her polishing the lantern. A slow, rhythmic motion, round and round, in tiny circles. Maybe that's a nice sound for you too. Slow, steady, like the beating of a heart. Now and then, travelers wandered into the clearing. They never expected to find the lantern keeper, just the light. One night, a weary scholar stumbled through the trees, lost and cold. He saw the glow ahead and hurried toward it, afraid the light would vanish before he arrived. But when he reached the clearing, he froze. The lantern was there, and beside it, the keeper hummed softly to herself. He whispered, "Hello, are you real?" And she giggled, "As real as the moss under your boots." He asked if he could rest there for the night, and the lantern keeper nodded and pointed to a patch of dry grass near the lantern's warmth. That night, the scholar slept better than he had in months. When he woke, the lantern was still glowing, and the keeper was gone, though beside him lay a single feather, pink as morning light. He took it home, and whenever he felt lost or lonely, he'd hold that feather and feel warm. Some said the lantern keeper's light wasn't really from a flame at all. It was the reflection of all the dreams that had ever been dreamt under that clearing. Each time someone fell asleep near the lantern, whether traveler, animal, or curious spirit, a little piece of their dream stayed behind. Tiny fragments of kindness, of love, of courage, of home. And when the lantern keeper polished the glass each night, she wasn't cleaning it. She was helping those dreams shine. Maybe that's a nice thing to think about. That your dreams too might leave a little light behind. That somewhere out there, a gentle forest spirit might be keeping them safe for you. Maybe that's what the stars are. Dreams, polished and placed in the sky, one by one. One quiet evening, the lantern keeper found a firefly trapped in a spider's web. She freed it, gently whispering, "There you go, little light, don't stop shining." But the firefly didn't leave. Instead, it followed her back to the clearing, bobbing softly in the air beside her. That night, when she sang to the lantern, the firefly chimed in, its glow pulsing like a heartbeat. And for the first time, the light of the lantern shimmered in a dozen colors: gold, pink, blue, green, a rainbow made of moonlight. From that night on, the fireflies stayed, two lights side by side, keeping watch over the dreams of the forest. That's a nice story, isn't it? I always like ones where the magic isn't loud or flashy, it's just kind. Like the feeling you get when you're warm and safe and the world is quiet. While you're listening, tell me, if you were a lantern keeper, what would your light look like? Would it be gold? Or blue? Or maybe something else entirely? You can tell me in the comments if you like, or you could just think about it as you drift off. And while we're here, what's your favorite bedtime sound? Do you like gentle brushing? Or maybe tapping? Like this? Or maybe the sound of something soft, like my granny squares. That's nice, isn't it? And of course, if you have any favorite trigger words, tell me those too. I think my favorite right now is chocolate chip. And now I can't stop saying it. Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip. Sounds sweet enough to dream about. One evening, the lantern keepers looked up at the stars and sighed. She wondered if anyone had ever dreamed of her. And just then, the lantern flickered. It pulsed softly, and she heard a tiny voice whisper, "Of course we do." All around her, the trees began to glow faintly, each leaf shimmering with the dreams of those who'd slept beneath their branches. She smiled, folded her wings back around herself, and whispered back, "Then I'll keep tending the light for all of you." So, maybe tonight, while you listen to the sounds around you, you can imagine that lantern glowing softly, casting a warm light across a mossy clearing, with the lantern keeper humming quietly as she works. She polishes the glass, maybe hums a little tune. And maybe, just maybe, she's polishing one of your dreams too. The air smells like pine and lavender. The ground is soft beneath you, and the lantern's light dances against your eyelids. Gentle and slow, gentle and slow. You breathe in and out. In and out. You're safe. You're warm. And you're resting beneath the trees of the Velune forest tonight. Thank you for spending another quiet evening with me. I hope your dreams are kind tonight, and that tomorrow you wake up feeling rested and maybe even glowing a little like the lantern. Good night, my starlit dreamers, my velvet friends. Sleep well, and I'll see you next time.